There are many types and brands of batteries on the market. Some batteries last longer and cost more than others. In this experiment, I will test what type of batteries and what brand of batteries last the longest. Batteries have an astounding importance in our everyday lives because they produce power. As we buy and use different brands, we come to wonder, is it worth to go for a big name brand? To find out, I decided to set up an experiment to test the life of batteries. Energizer versus generic batteries. This is very important because it can save consumers money. Before the experiment, I thought the name brand battery was better. Here is my hypothesis. Generic batteries will be the first to die, with the popular name brand Energizer not dying as quick. I felt this way because I see a lot of advertisements for the name brand batteries. I don't see any advertisements for generic batteries or other products. Some people think that generic products aren't as good as name brand products. I hypothesized that Energizer batteries would last the longest. I don't think the experiment would take more than a day to capture the data. Materials and procedures. To carry out the actual experiment, I needed the following items: 4 flashlights, 2 shoe boxes to hold the flashlights, 2 AA Energizer batteries, 3 AAA Energizer batteries, 2 AA generic batteries, and 3 AAA generic batteries, a digital battery tester, tape, paper, marker, and a camera. I had to set up the experiment so I could monitor the project daily. I started the experiment in the morning. I labeled each flashlight with name brand or generic battery. I loaded each flashlight with 2 AA batteries. I turned both flashlights on at once and taped them to the bottom of the shoebox. I took a picture of the flashlights every hour. Monitor each flashlight until it dies. When one goes out, note and record the time. Observations. I started my experiment. The batteries lasted 50 hours with no sign of weakness. I did not think the batteries would last long. I think the batteries lasted so long because of the flashlight they were in. The flashlights were LED, so I think that helped conserve the battery's life. On Monday, we went to Home Depot to get different flashlights that used more energy. At the end of my experiment, neither flashlight drained all of the battery's life. I think the batteries didn't drain all the way because batteries hold a longer charge than batteries in the past. Flashlights are now mostly LED, so they don't drain the batteries as fast. Analysis and conclusions. Based on these results, the flashlights from both tests drained the batteries at the same rate. Test 1, after 50 hours from test 1, neither flashlights showed signs of weakness. I was surprised when I tested the AA batteries with the battery tester and saw how little the batteries had drained after so much time. I feel that it would have taken a few more days for both types of batteries to drain completely. I decided to experiment with another test with a more powerful flashlight. Test 2, after 14 hours, both batteries drained at the same rate. Neither flashlight showed sign of weakness. I was surprised again to see how slow the batteries lost power. Application and extension. If you are going to use LED flashlights for general purposes, generic or name brand batteries will do great. My project showed that with little energy that an LED flashlight uses, the batteries drained at the same rate. Both tests showed that the same result. I also discovered that the technology in flashlights have changed. The stores I went to buy flashlights didn't sell flashlights with bulbs. If I am using a device that uses little energy like a LED flashlight, any brand and type of battery should work as good as any other battery. I still would use name brand batteries instead of generic batteries. I have always used them. My family usually buys name brand batteries. A device that uses a lot of energy may have different results. I learned that if I wanted a flashlight to last long and not have to change the battery often, I would choose an LED flashlight. They don't use a lot of energy. They don't produce a lot of heat. A normal flashlight with bulbs will use more power. They produce a little heat. The bulb might not last as long as the LED flashlight. I think more stores are selling LED flashlights because it doesn't use much of the batteries. Less batteries are used with the use of LED flashlights. It would help people save money because they would not have to buy as much batteries. This means there would be less batteries in the landfills. This would be a good thing for the environment. Thank you for watching Harmony Public Schools.